Hey, hey, hey. What y'all doing? Hi, it's Crystalline, and let's see. It's Crystalline, and I've got notes. It's Crystalline, and I got to talk to you about something. I got to talk to you about really important, all right? Um, so if you are a spiritual life coach and a healer, and you're not getting adequately paid, I want to talk to you because there's a reason. And if we don't tune into this reason and do something about it, we will be forever struggling. So I know a lot of spiritual healers and life coaches rely on the divine feminine. Oh, spirit is going to send me clients. Uh, I'm going to follow my intuition. Well, there's a little bit more to it than that. And I want to talk to you about what the barriers are to your success. What's stopping you from getting paid for the work that you're doing, the great work, the transformation that you're offering, the healing that you are bringing. Why aren't you getting paid consistently? Why isn't your calendar full? That's what I want to talk to you about. So, look, I go into detail in this in my League of Badass Butterflies Facebook group. There is a link in the description, and I would love for you to join me there so that we can really work on this issue. This month, we are really taking a deep dive into this issue. And at the end of this month, I have a workshop, and it's exclusively for people who are in that group. It's free to join the group, so please come and join. So, what really determines how much you get paid and if you get paid at all? Do you charge hundreds of dollars or just tens of dollars? Or do you go by donations? I know a lot of people, and even do you just offer your services for free and hope for the best, right? I know a lot of people are kind of really confused about this, which is why I'm taking this on. I want to talk to you about it. I want to help you with it because there is a reasonable way to go about this that feels really, really good for your heart and your soul. And it will actually allow you to build your business in a way that it acts like a business, not like a hobby. Okay. Now, these questions about how to make money and how much to charge and do I charge, these are all really important for you to contemplate. They're things that you need to really think about in a deep way. However, before you actually start having that conversation about how much to charge and all this kind of thing, and structuring your business for how it's going to bring you consistent monthly income or weekly income, um, you have to start kind of understanding energy. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Okay, what's blocking your energy? Because believe it or not, charging is not, and money is not the hard part. It's your energy that is the hard part. It's your vibration that is really, 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 really difficult to maintain, especially when you are new and you're overwhelmed and there are a lot of things that are going on and you're trying to build your business and you're trying to be successful. Okay. Oh, it is really, really powerful this time of your life, and I really want to support you in it. So that's why I'm really wanting you to come to my League of Badass Butterflies so that we can dive into this in a deep way in the privacy of the group. Okay. So money is energy. And when you do a service and you expect money in exchange, it's really just an exchange of energy for energy. Well, you think that your energy is the service that you are providing, when in reality, your energy or the service you are providing is the service and your money issues. Okay, so it's your money issues and your service are all coming forth. It's really difficult to separate the two, which is why a lot of prolific healers don't charge, but they're also not trying to live, the three-dimensional life. they're okay being, you know, kind of sheltered away in the hermitage. But there are those of us who really want to have children and raise families, and we enjoy actually hands-on work and building and writing and creating and all these things, and living and participating in life in the 3D world. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be active and living and enjoying this wonderful life in this wonderful earth, participating with people that we care about, co-creating experiences. There's nothing wrong with wanting to do that and wanting to do it really, really well. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have success, okay? But if on the inside you are feeling doubtful, you're feeling unsure, you're feeling tentative, afraid, shy, or embarrassed, particularly around money or around yourself as a healer, if you have any internal resistance, that is going to stop you from actually having the authority that you need to have in order to even command any kind of payment at all. All right. So if you are struggling with feeling great about yourself and feeling great in your authority as a healer, like you have the right to heal people, if you're having trouble with that, then for sure you're going to have trouble making money. All right. So let's say that you're doing all the right things in your craft. Okay. You're good at helping people feel better. And they tell you all the time, they did a Reiki session with you and they're like, oh, I feel amazing. That's so great. And they tell all their friends and they tell all their friends, and yet not a bunch of people are coming to get Reiki. Okay. You're helping them transform their lives. You're sitting down with them and you're coaching and you're talking to them about all these things and they're applying things and they're feeling better. All right. Your authority is really, really important because, like right now, if you're making only $2,000 a month in your business, that is not enough to pay your bills. That is not enough to fund to pay your bills and to fund your dreams. Okay, if you are not making enough money to support yourself and your dreams, then you've basically given yourself a low paying job and you're not moving ahead. When you have a business, the joy of having a business is that you get to manage your money and you get to make as much money as you want so that you can actually fund your dreams, right? So you can actually have a beautiful life and have wonderful dreams that actually can come true because you know how to make them come true and you can fund your dreams yourself. All right, that's powerful. And that's what a business is for. A business is supposed to, yes, you got to work in your own business, okay? You do have to work in your own business, but it's also supposed to help you feel supported and like you see a return on your investment of time and energy and hope. And of course, even money, because you have to invest money in your business in order to, in order to make money. So we go into this in detail in my League of Badass Butterflies Facebook group. So I really want you to come join me. There is a link in the comments. So please join me there. Now, the thing that is going to, that is most important is your true authority. And there are barriers to your true authority that exist within you, and you can tell when things are challenging. For example, making money. When it's difficult, you know that there's something going on inside your mind and your body and your spirit and your energy that is not functioning the way you need it to in order for you to have success. All right. So how do you gain the respect that you need to have in order to be a spiritual life coach? All right. Your authority is essential if you expect people to respect you and to actually pay you to help them. So how do you gain that authority? Well, the first thing you do is you remove the barriers to your authority. And there are three main barriers that I want to talk to you about in my league of badass butterflies. Now, I'm going to tell you what those barriers are, but in order for you to really get the information about them, you want me to spill the tea on those? You're going to need to come into the league and learn how, but I'm going to tell you what the barriers are so that you understand where I'm going with this, okay? Also, in the League of Badass Butterflies, there's a great worksheet that we've created to help you take the information that I'm going to be giving you and so that you can process it and actually do something with it so that you can start changing your life, start having different outcomes in your business. All right. So the three barriers. The first are limiting negative beliefs. All right. So your beliefs start in your mind, obviously, and your mind creates your reality. So what you believe is determining your reality. That's the number one barrier. Here's the second barrier. Whatever it is you believe is what you think. Your beliefs inform your thoughts. And if you have a limiting negative belief, your thoughts are going to be limiting and negative. This is a problem because when you are thinking negative, limiting thoughts, you're feeling negative and you're feeling limited. So you've got disempowered emotions, negative thoughts, and limiting beliefs. These are the first two. Now I put your thoughts and your feelings together because they go hand in hand. Your feelings, how you feel inside, are directly influenced and immediately follow every single thought you have. This is why you have to control your mind through meditation and practicing mindfulness and all these kinds of things, because those things taken together are determining your vibration, right? So you've got to do the work to change your beliefs. You've got to alter your thoughts. You got to get some new thought patterns, and you've got to change your feeling signature. That's making up your vibration. Now, the third piece of this puzzle is your habituated reactions to life and the choices that you make. All right. So if you are believing a certain way and you're thinking a certain way and you're feeling a certain way, then you are, of course, behaving a certain way because your behavior comes from what you believe, what you think, and how you feel. We go into this in great detail in the League of Badass Butterflies. So I want you to come and join me there. The link is in the description. So please, I look forward to seeing you there. You will be welcome with open arms. All right? I'm going to go ahead and sign off. That's my time for today. Look forward to seeing you soon. All right? Bye for now. Bye. See you in the league. Bye.